Okay, yes, I can. Yes, I can hear myself, and I have something to say. So basically, I just got home from a shift at work, and it was. Okay, so for the record, today is Friday the 13th. Luckily, no crazy whack job stuff happened. Like, Friday the 13th could have been worse, right? But, I work at a beachwear store in a pretty busy place, and like it's connected to, you guys know, it's like connected to like this amusement park that I've worked at for like, I just got this job at this retail store at this place. I got it in January, the beginning of January, but I've been working doing other retail stuff in the park for over a year, I think since June 2024. And let me tell you this, people are disrespectful. Why are they disrespectful? They need to stop, okay? Because I get it, you're drunk, you're having a good time, but why do people have such a. I mean, of course, I work in retail. Everyone always says this. They always say, retail sucks, people treat you like shit, blah, 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 blah. They say it, and then once you're in it, and your people are just so main character syndromed that they think you are like a little NPC and you're just like this nothing. They think you're such a nothing. And I'm here and I'm behind the counter and I'm like, hey, like, I woke up at 7 in the morning and I had to do a driving class today and I am really tired from doing driving school 3 days in a row, plus regular school that I take a class, and then I have work every single day. And my last day off was on Monday last week, and my day off this week is on Sunday, so I'm in the middle of. I'm not in the middle, I'm nearing the end. Tomorrow is the last day out of 12 days that I'm working in a row. And I got off at 10 p.m. today. I'm tired. I am fried mentally, and this lady comes up to the counter and she's with her friends and she is buying a pair of sandals, and then I noticed that she's, I don't know, she's talking with her friends and she's like, oh, my feet are so dirty, look at how dirty my feet are. And then I noticed she's got like her heels that she was carrying on the counter, and which is just gross. Like, why would you put your dirty ass high heels on the counter? Like, don't you have any respect for anybody else who wants to put their stuff on this counter? Also, it's just rude. Like, do you go in somebody's house and put your dirty little shoes on their table or on in their kitchen counter? No, because that would make people say, "You're weird, dude. Like, what are you doing?" But no, you're gonna do it here at my store because who cares? Why don't you care? Let's examine that. Because you're okay. There could be a lot of different reasons for this. We could. How can I get inside the mind of a mentally ill person with no manners? No, but here's the thing. I think I didn't have. Okay, because, like, you know how people, they're so in their little world and they're, like, joking around with their friends, they're hee hee hoo hoo ha ha, they're drunkish. They didn't seem, like, insanely drunk or anything, but clearly they were drinking. Like, of course you're drinking, you're like, what else are you doing out here? And, oh, and you're walking around, okay, so, I'm sorry, but dirty bitch. You're a dirty bitch. You are a dirty bitch. Walking around on the ground here outside at the beach on, like, without shoes on, you're messy. Why did it get dark? Why did it get blue? My room isn't blue right now. You're a dirty bitch. Yeah. So, this dirty bitch says to me, okay, because I guess I'm not clown enough. I'm not, like, agreeable enough because I'm tired and they're having their little laughs and stuff, and I'm just kind of not really giving any emotion on my face because what? Because I'm tired, and I think they did some, I don't know, just if somebody goes like this, like, hi, how's it going? Like, or like, hey, how are you? Or like just anything, any kind of anything, I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm good, how are you? Or like, maybe I'll make a little joke, be like, oh, I'm tired right now. And you're like, I don't know, depending on the situation, I'll read them and kind of interact. But this, I just didn't have anything to go off of, and I'm tired, so I'm not gonna make something. I can barely make something. And I think she asked me if I could cut the tags off. Usually I will already ask if I should cut the tags off. But anyway, so the point being, I cut the tags off, and she says thank you, and I'm like, oh, you're welcome, and I feel like that's enough. But then, like, as far as like being a cheery customer service person goes, like, I'm just doing my job, whatever. And then but anyway, so they're talking about like, oh, like, my feet are so dirty, and she turns to me and she's like, do you want to lick them? She didn't say like that. She's like, do you want to lick them? Oh my gosh. You're a dirty bitch. No, I don't want to lick your dirty feet. What kind of... It's like... It's not even just like you're trying to be funny. It's like you're intentionally trying to get a reaction out of me. The way I'm telling it makes it sound like it wasn't that bad, but something about it was that bad. It was like... It wasn't like, oh, do you want to suck... I think she said, do you want to suck on them? She said, do you want to suck on them? Which is just disgusting. Like, first of all, even if I'm in a good mood, I'm gonna still find it very off-putting for a random person to ask me if I want to suck on their feet. Especially at that time, but at any time, there is no point where I'm, like, gonna be like, oh yeah, let me suck on your feet. Unless it was just like, what, the joke is that they're dipped in chocolate and that they're pristine. Of course I'm gonna lick your feet, suck your toe, and fucking suck chocolate off your toe or something. Like, if some sexy bitch said it to me or something, if it came up, yeah, maybe, depending on the situation, sucking on someone's toe or foot might not be that bad. But, like, to say that to a stranger who you don't know, who's just obviously a little retail peon trying to do their job and is clearly tired of you and tired of your bullshit and everyone's bullshit, and you are so main character syndromed out, you're main character syndromed out that you're like, this is something that I'm gonna say to entertain myself and my friends, and I don't really care about the person I'm saying it to, like, how that's gonna read for them. Because for me, I'm like, wow, like, my life fucking sucks. Like, you think I'm nobody, you think I'm nothing. Like, I'm just a little background character in your story, and you're so much better than me. Like, I deserve to have you asking me if I want to suck on your dirty ass little foot? Not even a dirty little foot. She was a regular sized woman. She wasn't like a big old bitch or anything, but she was like a regular sized... She was a big old bitch, but like mentally, but physically she was not big like fat or big like tall, but she was not small. I don't know what I'm talking about. That's beside the point. But it was just so disrespectful, and it was just like really quite mean. And I was gonna, hold on, I want to eat some ranch dip. I want to open my ranch dip. it's just, it was annoying too because it's like there was already just drunk people, and like there was this guy who came in and he was like, there was a miscommunication with him and my supervisor, and I guess she was like, he asked if we sell phone chargers, and she was like no, and then I guess he's like persistent for, I didn't hear everything that happened, but apparently he tried to take money and throw it at her, and like and then I came over there because I could hear him yelling, and he's like, they got all females working here, I know y'all got a charger, and it's like, dude, we are not, even if all four of us have chargers, you're not entitled to charging your phone in our store. Like, get the hell out of here. And sometimes people will like really need to charge their phone, and we'll help them. But after that, a group of kids came in later, like middle schoolers or high schoolers or something, and they were like, oh, can you charge our phone? And my supervisor was just like, oh, we don't have that cord, we don't have that cable for that kind of phone. And I was just like, dude, we should not be accepting any more people's phones to be charged. It doesn't matter what kind of cord, doesn't matter what kind of phone, because we can't, like, there's too many variables, and they need to just figure it out themselves, because we're not the phone charger people. And like, earlier today, this girl comes over with her boyfriend, and she parks her, I guess, I don't know, another miscommunication with my supervisor and her, where she's talking about a motorcycle, but she says the word bike, asking if she could park her bike there, and then my supervisor's like, well, yeah, they have like little places you could put your bicycle, and she's like, no, my motorcycle. And then she wants to park it in front of the store, but it's like in a spot with blue lines, like where I guess you're not supposed to park stuff right there. And she was like really adamant on like, can you take my phone number, and if they try to tow it, can you tell me? And I was like, I don't know, dude. Like, I think I don't know why I keep saying dude, because I never say dude when like in my day-to-day life, but I'm gonna say it for the sake of the story. But I'm like, I don't know, dude. Like, I'm busy. Like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to be attentive and like tell you whether or not they're towing your shit. And she's like, oh no, like just if you do, if you do see if it does happen, can you tell me? And I was like, fuck it, like, okay, sure. And I didn't say that, but, and then she wrote down her phone number and gave it to me, and then I'm like, now I just have this girl's phone number because she wants, it's like, I don't really get how people can be so self-centered and like so, think everything is about them to the point that they're like, it's like main character syndrome is so bad, and I swear it's because the internet and just like everybody knows, like, yeah, like the social fabric, you could feel it wearing away. And it's bad on the road, it's bad in real life. It's always been bad for like workers of any type, but like everything just feels so and then the drunk people, they obviously don't have any manners because they're drunk. And I just want everybody to be nice to me and treat me like a princess. And luckily I got an Uber because I was like, I'm not taking the bus home. Yesterday I took the bus home and it was like late. The one I wanted was late. So I was like, whatever, I'll go have a single beer and wait until the next one. Because it was 8 o'clock and I was waiting until 8:30. And then, because I look at on maps, like, I look what time it's going to come, and like, if it's delayed, it'll tell me. It didn't tell me it was delayed. It just straight, because it was like 8:04. It just skipped to the next one. It was like next bus coming at 8:34. So I was like, okay, I guess it came early and left or something, because like it didn't even say, oh, this bus departed. It just didn't say anything. It didn't say delayed, coming at later time. It didn't say it, and then I was like, fuck it, I'll get a beer. So then I came back after I had my beer, and I was like, okay, I'm here for the next bus. And then it's telling me that the one I wanted before, it actually came at 8:20. Like, it was late, because it's supposed to come at 8:04, and it came at 8:20, and I was like, okay. And then the bus that I waited for, it was late, and it came at like, it came like 6 or 7 minutes late. And then like all these little teenagers got on the bus, and they were like drunk or something, and two of these little like girls didn't pay for the bus, and they were just like, I'm badass, I don't pay for the bus, you know, I'm 14 years old, like, I don't have money, I don't pay for shit, duh, you think I got a job? I'm not paying for the bus, you're gonna take me, bus ass bitch. And the bus driver, who was a woman, she was like, excuse me, young lady, the bus fare is $1.50. Next time, have your fare ready. I know you can hear me. And I'm just sitting there thinking, like, dude, they're never gonna pay for the bus until, even on the day where somebody goes back there, grabs them by the nape of their neck like a baby kitten and says, shoop, throws them off the bus. They're not gonna pay. They're still not gonna pay. They're gonna get away with not paying for as long as there's no consequences, which I doubt there ever will be, because most of the time with like people on the bus, like, it's very uncommon for the bus driver to just be like, okay, guess we all just gonna sit here and not go anywhere until you get off, or either you get off or you pay. Like, they usually, I don't know, it just doesn't happen like that. There was one time I was on the bus, and the bus driver really tried it, and then finally he was just like, okay, whatever, just, yeah. And then we had to go. But anyway, I only wanted this to be like 10 minutes long, but now I'm venting. I can't stop. I guess that's all I want to say, is that I don't like drunk people. I don't like people who act like you're a babysitter even though they don't know you. Oh yeah, that was what I was gonna say too about the lady who talked to me in a disrespectful manner. I found it very strange, because it's like, you wouldn't say this to somebody on the street, because it's like, you could feel the difference. When I'm on the street, I'm a civilian. I'm a normal person. I could be any one of you. We could all be each other. You're not going to talk to me like that. You're not going to say that to me. Why? Because you're going to be like, oh, that would be fucking weird. I would feel like a weirdo if I said this to somebody, because they would look at me like, what? You're weird. But because I'm behind the counter, and because I'm going like, beep, with my little thing, and you're buying something, and I'm checking you out, and I'm putting your stuff in a bag and cutting the tags off of it, that's your opportunity to be like, you're using that context, the fact that I'm doing something nice for you, you're using that as to inform your actions and give context to how you treat me, which is to be very disrespectful and quite honestly like creepy to me, because I find it very creepy, like, for somebody to say that to me, like, do you want to suck on them, like my dirty feet, do you want to suck on them? Because it's not funny. And I think she knew, I don't know, maybe, do you think like her twisted mind just thought like, oh, it's gonna be so outrageous that she'll crack and she'll laugh or something? I don't know, it didn't feel like that. It just felt like she just wanted to be out of pocket and fuck with me and make her friends laugh. Which is just sad. Like, I don't know, I feel like people are so disrespectful to everybody who's in a service industry role, and it's like such a turn off for me. Like, whenever I've ever, if you're anything but nice to a fast food worker or like a service industry worker, like I notice it and it makes me feel like I think of you slightly differently. And that's just how I am. Like there was this guy I was dating in high school, like not dating him extensively, but we were friends for a while and we had then started to date a little bit. I remember when I got the ick. It was when the way he talked to we were at Whataburger, we were in the drive-thru because I lived in Texas at the time, and I don't know,